In the gleaming metropolis of Neo-Tokyo, 2157, Akira and Yuki had been best friends since their first day at the Interplanetary Academy. Now, at 25, they were rising stars in the field of xenobotany, studying plant life from across the galaxy. Akira, with his messy dark hair and penchant for vintage leather jackets, was the more impulsive of the pair. Yuki, her silver hair shimmering with bioluminescent streaks, was methodical and reserved. Despite their differences, they were inseparable, their bond forged through years of shared dreams and inside jokes. Their latest project brought them to Eden 9, a newly discovered planet teeming with exotic flora. As they stepped off the teleportation pad, the alien world took their breath away. Twin moons hung low in a lavender sky, casting an ethereal glow over forests of crystalline trees. "Can you believe we're here?" Akira grinned, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Yuki smiled, her heart skipping a beat at his enthusiasm. "It's beautiful," she agreed, pushing away the flutter in her stomach. "Friends," she reminded herself. "Just friends." For weeks, they explored Eden 9, cataloging new species and marveling at the planet's wonders. They worked in perfect sync, anticipating each other's needs and finishing each other's sentences. Their colleagues often joked about their telepathic connection, but neither Akira nor Yuki dared to examine their relationship too closely. Everything changed the night of the lunar eclipse. As the moons aligned, the crystalline forest came alive with bioluminescence, bathing everything in a soft, otherworldly glow. Akira and Yuki stood atop a hill, awestruck by the spectacle. "Yuki," Akira whispered, turning to face her, "I've never seen anything so beautiful." But he wasn't looking at the forest. His eyes were fixed on her, filled with an intensity that made her breath catch. "Akira," she began, her heart racing. But before she could continue, the ground beneath them shuddered. A massive crystal flower, easily the size of a house, began to emerge from the earth, its petals unfurled, revealing a shimmering, mirror-like surface. As Akira and Yuki stared at their reflections, the crystal seemed to ripple, showing not their present selves, but visions of their past and future. They saw themselves as children, meeting for the first time. They watched their friendship grow, saw the lingering glances and gentle touches they had both tried to ignore. And then they saw what could be, a future together, filled with love, laughter, and shared adventures across the stars. As the vision faded, Akira and Yuki turned to each other, eyes wide with realization. "Did you see?" Yuki whispered. Akira nodded, reaching out to take her hand. "I think I've always known," he said softly. "I was just afraid to risk our friendship." Yuki smiled, intertwining her fingers with his. "Some risks are worth taking," she replied. As the crystal flower retreated back into the earth, Akira pulled Yuki close. Their lips met in a kiss that felt both new and familiar, like coming home after a long journey. When they parted, breathless and grinning, Yuki laughed. "You know, for two scientists, we were pretty oblivious." Akira chuckled, pressing his forehead against hers. "Maybe. But we got there in the end." As they made their way back to the research station, hand in hand, they knew that their greatest discovery on Eden 9 wasn't a new plant species, but the love that had been growing between them all along. The next morning, as they prepared to catalog their findings, Akira paused, a mischievous glint in his eye. "So, Dr. Yuki, ready to embark on our greatest experiment yet?" Yuki raised an eyebrow. "And what experiment would that be, Dr. Akira?" He grinned, pulling her close. "The chemistry between us, of course. I hypothesize it'll be out of this world." Groaning at the pun, but unable to hide her smile, Yuki kissed him softly. "Well then, partner, let's get to work. We have a lifetime of research ahead of us." And as they stepped out into the alien sunlight, they knew that whatever wonders the universe held, none could compare to the love they'd found in each other.